Hey, you guys, what's going on? It is Tuesday, okay? We just had a show last week, and now we're going to have one today. You guys, make sure you give me a 100 thumbs up when you get here. This is a impromptu show, okay? An impromptu. Super excited about my guest today. We are going to just be on here with you guys briefly, share the show, say hello to me when you get here, say hi down in the comments, share the show out for me. We are going to get into traveling. So if you plan on traveling, just what's been going on, what you need to know, the updates, the weight class. Okay, some certain airlines are requiring you to be a certain weight size. Okay, but we're going to get into all of that. I'm super excited. So without further ado, tell me how you guys have been as I'm doing my Sherry thing. Hey, Benita, how you doing? Hey, Aunt Sherry. Oh, look, you about to travel, Aunt Sherry, going to Paris, y'all. So this is a great show for you. As I am bringing to the stage the owner of Sign Seal Travel, Miss Shantae Sutton. How are you?
Hey everybody, how you doing, guys? Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining me. I want to get the words out of your face. Look, I like my little words on the screen, but I guess I can bring them off your face.
Thank you, appreciate that. Let them be all of this phase.
Guess I'll bring about your face today. Thank you for joining me today, and being here on today. You know what I'm saying? And every day
Absolutely,
is
I appreciate it.
to give you guys some traveling tips. So as I said, Shantae is a travel concierge. Okay, the
Yeah,
bougie way, the concierge.
absolutely, gotta keep it bougie.
Yes, and I'm going to let her introduce herself to you guys and tell you guys a little bit about her. Go ahead, Shantae.
Well, hi everybody. My name is Shantae Sutton. I am the founder of Sign Seal Travel, and as Candace said, I am a travel concierge. Everybody calls me the travel plug. I specialize in keeping travel safe and stress free for my clients. And I want to emphasize the word safe because it's stress free, attainable, and what stress free,
Look,
attainable.
she said it's stress free, is attainable, okay? It
Right,
just book
that's
different.
exactly.
Okay.
It's stress free. It's attainable. It's fully packaged experiences. Okay, that's what I'm
Mhm.
providing for my clients. So, and that's what we do here at Sign Seal Travel. And I cater to the African American community because I think it's important that our community know that
We
travel
can
is something
travel.
that, yeah, for so long all we saw is others. So, I think it's important that our community know that travel is something that's there for us, and to help it be safe, especially for African American women. With so much sex trafficking and stuff going on,
Yeah.
and as we know, Black and brown women are the number one trafficked women, and we're the least looked for. So
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's important, to try to make sure that I keep our people educated when we travel, and, just to try and be as helpful as possible.
Okay. Well, thank you. So before we get into it, a lot of people feel like it's better to not have go through a travel agent, it saves money or they get better deals. Like, what can you tell me? What are the pros for using a travel agent versus you just doing it on your own? I know some people were saying they don't really like having to always, they want to make any changes, they have to go directly through the agent,
Right.
all those things like that. You guys, and if you have any questions, join us tonight. Write your questions below. She's here to answer them.
Absolutely. I'm here to answer any questions that someone has. Well, first of all, there's nothing wrong with booking your own travel. It's more convenient for some people, and if that works for you, that works for you.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna knock that. That's definitely what I was doing before I came a travel concierge. Don't get me wrong. Um, but that stopped. at a certain time period. I tell everybody, people be like, "Oh, you just encourage travel agents or travel concierge because that's what you are." No, honey, that stopped for me quite some time ago because I realized the importance of having a travel advisor. And
Okay.
there's also a difference between a travel agent and a travel advisor and a travel concierge.
Oh,
So
okay.
a travel agent is just one step away from you doing it yourself. A travel
Okay.
agent is gonna book it for you. They just taking it out your hands. You don't have to do it. They're gonna book it for you. They're gonna make sure everything is correct. They're gonna help you pay, and then they're gonna basically walk away from it. A
Mm-hmm.
travel advisor is going to be more hands-on. A travel advisor is going to help you through the process. They're going to make sure that they put the trip together for you. They're going to listen to what you have to say, and they're going to try and make sure that they put together a trip for you based off of exactly what you say you want. And that's gonna be somebody you can correspond with. Now you're building a rapport. You're not just
Okay.
on a computer dealing with AI or whatever. And if you have any issues along the way or whatever, yes, you can call them. But once the booking is complete, that's typically it. Now, when you have a travel concierge, now you're taking it a step further. Travel concierge are going to do all the same things as an advisor. They're going to make sure they listen to you. They're going to get all the where's, the who's, the how's, the what's, and they're going to make sure that I'm going to make sure we curate a trip for you specifically catered to your wants, needs, and desires. I'm going to
Okay.
listen to the things that you don't like and all that stuff like that. Again, you're building that rapport with an individual. So now you have somebody that you can pick up the phone and call and be like, "Oh, hey, you know what? I forgot X, Y, and Z." But
Mm-hmm.
also, you're going to have somebody that's going to inform you if there's any documents you need, if there's any vaccinations that you need, all of
Okay.
this type of stuff that you may not know doing it on your own. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's somebody that's going to be with you. I'm going to be with you through your travels. So while you're away, if you're having any issues, for instance, with everything that went on in Jamaica, you know, that I would have been somebody that they could call. If I had a client that was stuck in Jamaica, they could have called me directly and I could have been
Okay.
helping dealing with those issues versus them having to be calling these companies and stuff, sitting on hold for hours on end. And after your trip, I'm going to reach out to my clients just to follow up, see how their trip was, if everything went well, if they had any issues and things of that nature. So those are the differences between a travel agent, a travel advisor, and a travel concierge. So
So wait, so let's go back. You said that like if somebody was stuck in Jamaica, so if
mhm.
somebody is stuck where they are, what role would you play in that?
I'm kind of so when you're working with an advisor or a concierge, it's kind of like a middle person in a sense. You have a direct person that you can reach out to that kind of helps you deal with those issues instead of you having to call. Maybe let's say if your flight got delayed or if there was an
Okay.
issue with your hotel, instead of you having to call and sit on hold for hours on end, you would be able to call me and be like, "Hey, Shantae, this is the problem, blah 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 blah." I could then in turn call a supplier and try and figure out what the problem is instead of you having to sit there and do it.
Oh, okay. So it's like if I don't feel like being on hold, you'll be on hold for me. Get back with
Or we
me.
both could be working the problem maybe in different ends instead of you having to
Got
try and
you.
deal with everything yourself.
Oh, okay. You guys that are watching tonight, let me know. Do you guys have you ever used a travel advisor, travel agent? As she just broke down the definition of all three of them, right? It was three.
Yes, it's
The,
three.
the difference between all three. I definitely didn't know um anything about that. Let me know if you guys used it. Did you like it? Because it sounds like we don't like to be on hold. So it seems like that would
I
be
know
really
I
good.
don't. I know
Yeah,
I
if you
can't
had
stand
any
being on hold.
yeah, if you had any discrepancies, it's like, okay, well, let me just go ahead, get on hold. It's almost like you pay for the convenience.
And that's exactly what it is. And that's why I said I make travel safe and stress free. That's the main goal here is to make travel just as easy as possible, as comfortable. I want to listen to my clients. Tell me what you want. Tell me where you want to go, what you want to do. Da da da. Let me put it together for you. So all you
Yeah.
gotta do is sit back, have a glass of wine, pack your bags, and go. That's why it's
Okay.
signed, sealed, and my tagline is "Let's go." Sign,
Yeah.
seal, let's go. Let's sign these papers, tell me what you, and let's go. You just sit
Yeah.
back,
Get it
pack your
done and go
bags, and
ahead.
get
Yes.
exactly. I'll do the work. You pack your bags.
Okay. So let's get into it then. Let's get into this new give me your travel. What is your travel tip Tuesday for today? Okay.
Honey, this was a piece of work for today. So today's Travel Talk Tuesday was on the Real ID compliance. So this is something that really has been in the works for several years. The government has been trying to get everybody to transition their license to this Real ID, and don't quote me on this specific number, but I want to say it's probably been about 5 years or so that in the making, where they've been trying to get people to transition to get the real ID. And that's what that little, it got a little bit of that biometric stuff in it. We're not, it's like reflective, and it got the little star at the top stating that it's real ID. So, it's a little more in depth with the ID. So they've been trying to push that for a few years now, and now they're cracking down on it. Like they kept extending because it started during COVID. They kept pushing out the date, kept pushing out the date. So now what they're saying is if the as of February 1st, if you don't have your real ID or some other form of authorized identification, such as a passport, that now when you get to TSA, they will be charging a $45 compliance fee for TSA to do a identification check.
Okay, so let's
And
stay right there for a minute, you guys. So if you don't have the real ID, I know some people have it, I know some people do not. If you're traveling and you don't have, what is it, the 1 star or the 2 stars?
no, I mean, it varies by state, but it has a star at the top of the ID in the right hand corner.
Okay. Do you have, let me see. I would say, let me pull up a picture of one. Let me see. So people can know what we're talking about. If you don't have the real ID,
I got I got a picture. I think I got
it's
a picture.
a issue. Okay, and it's a $45.
Yes, it's a $45 fee that they're charging now at TSA to try to verify your identity.
Hmm. I'm gonna pick a random one.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do too. So here
And
we
you say
go.
so each state is different because I have one from New York.
Yeah, so the way they look is different variants on depending on state. So most of them just have like a little star. I don't know if you can see it.
I'm about to pull up a picture of one.
Okay, because I was looking at one state and it got like a bear, but there's a star inside of the bear.
Mm-hmm.
That's California. California got a little bear in the upper right hand corner, but there's a star in the body of the bear. But
Uh-huh.
most states just have a star, and then like Texas has the state of Texas in the corner, but there's a star inside of the state shape. But all of them, no matter what it is a star in the upper right hand corner.
Okay. There's a star in the upper right hand corner. 1 second. Okay, okay.
So, but here's the twist. So they charge you this $45 fee to verify your identity, and they're gonna do the best that they can to try and verify you. But there's no guarantee that you getting through, even after you pay that fee. You still might not get through.
Oh
And then
wow.
even and then even if you get through, that fee only lasts you 10 days. So let's say you go on a 2-week holiday. You gonna have to pay again.
So you gotta pay again? What
That
do you mean you
fee
have
on
to pay again?
that fee only covers you for up to 10 days.
Okay, so it only covers you up to 10
So if
days.
you travel again in 11 days, you would have to pay again.
Oh wow. Are you guys listening? So if you have the real ID and you don't, and if you don't have it and you have to pay a fee, it's only good for a certain amount of days.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm listening, y'all. I'm listening to what you guys. Go ahead. You can keep talking. I don't know. I'm trying to get the picture to upload.
Yeah, so
I
that's
didn't want to have to share my screen, but it looks like I'm gonna have to share the screen.
yeah, so that was today's Travel Talk Tuesday, and that applies to anybody 18 years of age or over. Mine
Okay.
it doesn't apply, but that's for anybody 18 years of age or older. And yeah, they on some mess. Like they
Here we
trying to.
go. Is this it?
There we go. So that little star right there in that upper right hand corner.
This star right here, you
Yes,
guys.
yes, ma'am. Got it not easy. That is some crazy work. It's
Yeah.
absolutely some crazy work. The government is doing everything they can to try and squeeze every nickel, penny, and dime out of us. We just want to go on vacation.
So okay, so now that I have the picture up here, you guys, make sure you share the show out for me tonight, you guys. This was an impromptu show. I am excited that she was able to join me. I actually thought today, I'm gonna be honest, I thought today was Wednesday. I
She
thought
ain't had to
today
tell
was
nobody. He
Wednesday.
ain't had to tell
Yeah.
nobody.
Girl, well, here they know I keep it real with them. So we share everything, we grow together. I thought today was Wednesday, you guys.
That's
And
okay because I thought yesterday was Tuesday.
yeah, and so
This
hitting
this Travel Talk Tuesday almost went out yesterday.
yeah, so here we are. So this is Travel Concierge Shantae Sutton, owner of Sign Still Travel, and she's explaining what's going on. And because I can't wait till we get into these, you gotta buy 2 tickets.
Oh,
But that's another
that
that's
that
another
one that one shit blew my
child. So
mind.
listen. So if you don't have this star, you will have to pay $45, but that's still not a guarantee that you'll be able to take the
To get cleared to go through TSA, it's still not a guarantee that you're getting
wow.
cleared. And if they are able to verify your identity, that covers you for only 10 days. And if you travel again on the 11th day, you got to pay again.
Now, when you get to the airport and this happens, right? Where do they have you sitting? Are you seated somewhere while they're waiting for this? If they're going to decide if they're going to let you through or not? Do you know? I'm not. I don't know if you know it or not.
That I can't answer. This is a new rule that just went into effect as of February 1st. So I
Okay.
haven't had any clients travel yet, nor have I traveled yet. So I'm not privy to that piece of information as of yet. And that's not something that they post on like the TSA website. So I
Okay.
don't have any firsthand information to be able to
To
to be
say
able to answer
exactly
that. Yeah.
what it's going to be. Yeah, because that was going to be my next question. My next question was going to be, what was what's the ratio so far of how many people have been able to go through or not? So you guys, this just was implemented on the 1st of February. Um, so yeah, we're bringing this to you. Just this travel talk tip Tuesday. Make sure you guys head over to Instagram and follow her. Cruises are her specialty.
Yes,
So
I'm the cruise specialist. That is my thing. I love me a good cruise. I'm a cruise girly.
So I seen where you posted something on your page in regards to a cruise, but before we get into that, so Southwest, can you explain this if you a big
I'm
bag?
I'm
Oh,
about sick of Southwest. I'm so sick of Southwest and they foolishness.
so go ahead and tell the people about Southwest, because we used to love Southwest because it was like Southwest was almost like the only airline that
Yes.
lets
Southwest was
you
the family
take two
friendly
bags. Yeah.
airlines. Southwest was the budget friendly airlines. 2 bags fly free, open seating, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Now Southwest is, excuse my language, is going to shit. Like
Okay.
I'm about sick of
Hey,
Southwest, and I was an avid Southwest flyer. I have their credit
me
card.
too.
Yeah, exactly. I got their credit card. I have the personal and the business credit card.
Oh,
And
shout out to you. Okay. Must be nice.
girl, black
Yo,
black
she said,
people with good credit, okay?
she said, I had the business and the credit card. Okay, okay, well, shut us up. Okay. Yeah.
Gotta be this. Look, that's another travel tip. Gotta use those points. Make sure you make use of the things you have. I use those points, and that's how I fly.
Yes, I am the queen of the points. Okay, I use my
Yes,
farm
my
points, my
last
win
4
points.
vacations, I ain't paid for a flight.
I know that's right. I gotta get that point system, y'all. Because one thing for know, if you know me this season that I've been in since last year until now, I am a points girl. If you got the Rofo app, they just gave out free Snapples, 16-ounce Snapple
Oh, wait a
um,
minute. Wait a
other
minute. How
day.
did I miss that? Look. Wait a minute. How I missed that one?
Yeah, listen, I don't know if it's still on there or not, but I know I know what yesterday or whatever. Well, the day before that, I was able to
Thank
get me
you, baby. Yes, come
a
through. Good
free
credit. It won't
Snapple.
easy, but we gets it.
That's right, girl. That's what we're doing. That's what we're
But
doing.
yes, for the big look, as a fellow big back myself, okay, Southwest pissed me off. So this is what Southwest did as of January 27th. Southwest implemented a new ticket rule, and
Oh, hold on. Michelle
wait,
said she got it. You going tomorrow, girl? Yes,
okay.
go get the Snapple, girl. I got the kiwi. I had got the kiwi one, and
Can
I
you
was
bring
like,
me one? Bring me one, Michelle.
look, and I was like, hey, because I also wanted to use my points to get the chicken. Because I was just like in the chicken mood. I don't really fry food, and I just was in the mood for
Me
like some
either.
fried chicken. So I was like, all right. So the guy told me, he said, do them one at a time, right? Check y'all out. Hold on, y'all. Hope y'all paying attention. This is y'all getting some
It's a
travel
free
tip talk
game.
Tuesday,
It's a free
and
game.
y'all getting some Rofo points, okay? Because I am the point queen. And I would tell y'all about my other spot that I use
You
for
want to
all my
battle for
points
that
today.
one? Because I'm point queen too. We might have to
Yeah.
battle for
Oh,
that
we
one.
can. But look, I want to tell y'all about my other spot that I go to and use my points, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep that a
You got to keep that one
secret.
to yourself.
I am unless you ask for my code, you sign up and you go there and I can get some points too. But so if you're going to use the Rofo points, if you have the rewards for the like the you know how you can use the 250 points for the two-piece chicken or whatever it is that they
Right.
offer you. The guy told me, he was like, do them separately so that way it won't cancel out one or the other
Ah.
when you go to do it. So I did the chicken first, did that, and then I went back and I got the Snapple. And all you do is put your phone number in, and put it up there,
Boom,
and
boom,
they be
boom.
like, "See you later." I was like, I just felt like that girl, okay? But
Not
these
that girl. Because you
these
got a free
points,
sample and some chicken.
listen, these points be making me feel like I'm rich, bad, and bougie, okay? Because listen, y'all better stop sleeping on these apps. I have all these type of apps on my phone. I have all
Girl,
the
I got
points.
a whole folder on my phone just for food apps and
Yes,
points.
and I don't even be eating this up all the time. And I even had one of my friends. She be like, "Girl, we gotta get some coins. We gotta go out." I be like, "Girl, we ain't gotta pay for nothing."
Girl, let me tell you, I don't know the last time I bought somebody a baby shower gift, a birthday gift, a housewarming gift, nothing like that, because I use Fetch and I scan
I
all
got
my
fetch
receipts.
too. I got fetch too. Hold up, I have never cashed. I do have some cons that I don't like about fetch. But I don't like how they take so many of your points just to give you maybe like $50 or $100 and stuff. That's
It
what
is
I
what it
don't like
is.
about
It
Fetch,
is
right?
what it is, but
But I
look,
haven't used Fetch yet.
I'd rather get back something because look, it's money I spent already, so I'm getting back
This is
something. I ain't
true.
gonna complain.
So you probably got me beat because sometimes I be picking and not be feeling Fetch. But I
I
have
got
over 20,000.
82,156 points.
Yeah, I have over 20,000 points, and
And
I'm trying to keep that.
I done cashed out three $50 gift cards this year. So
Okay, well come through. Okay, well come through. And y'all better get the receipts because I ain't gonna lie. Fun fact: my homegirl, she has me now being like her, y'all. I be in the parking lot at a grocery store,
I'll be picking up random
picking
receipts.
up the receipts. Listen, but
My
living,
daughter be like, ew, mom. She be like, you look real desperate. I was like, whatever.
I look like I'm about to get these points in the $50 gift card. That's what I look like.
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, y'all. I have Fetch. I use Fetch too. and all that other stuff. I was gonna tell y'all, look, Felicia, she said, no, I can't get y'all the other spot. I can't get y'all the other spot.
Stop gatekeeping.
Listen, I don't mean no harm, but sometimes I don't want y'all going there, and then I can't never go there because too many of y'all up in there.
I
Like,
get it. I get it. Something, then it starts flooding and it just mess up your little spot.
yeah, yes. But I will tell you, if you're ever on my Instagram story, you will see it. So that's all the people, that's all they gotta know. So yes, Michelle, girl, use them points. Are we out here, we getting it, download these
Michelle laughing at us.
Yes, because I wasn't like this before, but the Lord will shift some stuff. And it was just like not really caring to get anything back for the money you spend.
Right.
And so now that you can actually get things back for the money you spend,
Mm-hmm.
it makes a great asset. Like
That's
I've even found she said, no, I'm loving it. Yes. I even found like one of this other bank, right? And if you pay your bills through them from the account they give you, they will give you back guaranteed 4%.
okay. That's what's up.
So it's like I'm finding the systems away
Girl,
because I
I do
feel like
everything I can to try and save a coin. I got
yes,
Rakuten.
because I
I
feel
got
like us
Rakuten.
as I feel like us, especially us in our community in our
Yep.
life, like some of us are taught, but there is a huge majority of us that were not taught financial literacy, and
Agreed.
you learn by growing up, messing up, getting it
And then
right,
trying to
trying
figure it out.
again,
Yep.
getting where you need to be, messing it up again, but you just keep on trying. You know what I think the Lord calls that being faithful. Okay, and
That part. That
and
part.
so as I'm continuing to go and grow, and I became very, very financial.
Responsible.
Well, responsible is a big girl word.
Oh, she said that's a
I'm
big girl word.
grown. I ain't gonna say responsible. However, responsible is a good word, but I'll say I'm more aware. I became more aware.
A little
And
more frugal.
no, I've always been frugal, girl.
She
Hold
said
on.
I always been frugal.
Yeah, no. It's the more I'm more intentional. I spend
Okay.
with I intentional spend
Well,
now.
I can't even say I intentional spend the way me and my daughter is when I can't spend $55,000 on furniture on a whim because she a bad influence. We impulse shop. But
Yeah.
but I digress. But I
I
spent
had to
all my
stop. I had to stop impulse shopping. I had to stop um shopping out of emotion. Because if my emotions are heightened, it's like, let me go out here, get this, I'll do this.
that's what I do.
And the other thing
But
I've
I don't
began
shop I don't shop otherwise. So it kind of balances itself out. I don't do really shop. I don't really spend money and stuff like that on a regular. So when I have my impulsive moments,
right. So it's almost like if you are like an alcoholic, but they're not really trying to say you're alcoholic. Like I don't really drink, but if I'm going through something I drink, oh, I'm going to drink. So
my
it's like,
auntie, my late auntie, she passed away.
yeah,
That was my heart. She used to call me a shopping alcoholic.
yeah. So if she said, girl, this is not a season for pride at all, girl, let me tell you, pride has gone out the window with me
Let
about
me tell you,
15 years
Michelle been on
ago.
point. Michelle been
Yes,
on
yes,
point.
Michelle has. Okay, she better come through.
But that's
And
partially why I started my business. Like that's the point of my business, like and focusing on our community because I wanna help our community be able to travel and understand that travel can be affordable. Like
yeah,
that's one of the I think that's one of the misnomers that people feel
yeah,
like, oh, I can't afford to travel. You can.
yeah,
You really
yeah.
can.
Yeah, and when I look back over, right, just my life and situations, when I go and look at like old pictures, y'all, let me know if y'all do this, if y'all ever done this, and share the show today, you guys, and then we'll get on to our next travel tip. But I ain't gonna lie, in some of my pictures, when I look at what I had gone through life just over the course of the last 10 years, I had the most fun when I was like at my brokest. Like it seemed like when money was so scarce, I'm looking back at my pictures like, chick, I went to Mexico. You get what I'm saying? I had went out the country. I went to Puerto Rico. I'm on cruises. As I'm looking, y'all, over the years of
Yes,
photos,
ma'am.
when you go back, because
Go ahead and
sometimes,
testify, girl.
okay, you better listen, because sometimes you have to go back over your life and really reflect, and just with the worries of
You are
today and
quite welcome,
tomorrow,
Michelle.
you'll forget it, right? And
Yes, absolutely.
I was like, yo, I remember, oh, hell was breaking loose during this time, but I
Woo,
had lost like
girl.
40 pounds. I
Yep.
was outside every day, although it was the summertime. I was
There you go,
outside
though.
because I
Outside.
don't come up during the winter, but I was outside, and I was like, and I remember asking my cousin years ago, God rest her soul. I was like, girl, why is it like I had more fun, my most fun, when I really like when money was strange and looking change, and then
And
I
it's so
didn't
funny you say that.
when I had it.
Me and my daughter just had this conversation. Unfortunately, my daughter, this summer, my daughter had lost her job. After working there for like 3 years. She had lost her job, and she was so sad. And she was, she was depressed for a while and stuff. My daughter's 23 years old, and she's still at home. But this summer, we just was doing everything, and I was partially trying to push her because I didn't want her just sitting around. But
Yeah.
she told me, she was like, "Ma, this is the first time she's ever been unemployed since my daughter had a job since she was like 17, 16, 17 years old." She was like, "I had the most fun this summer with no job, with no funds." She was like, "We don't went hiking. We
It
don't
be
went
like that.
hiking through all of these state parks. We don't went to Shenandoah. We don't went to Luray Cabins. We don't went to Universal. We don't went." She was like, "I done did more stuff this summer with no job and I've done." She was like, "I had so much fun." She said, I don't want to stay unemployed, but I had more."
No, yeah, definitely. And I was like, dang. And it just was like, and she just was like, that's because you were just focused
Living
on
life.
living. You were just
Hmm.
focused on living. And so sometimes we have to get those reminders and look back over memory lane. And I know that for me, also got to be aware of the seasons you're in. And I know that God just is continuing to want me to just trust him. Like no
Honey,
matter what is going on, he's like, girl, just trust me. I don't care. I was sent something earlier today. My mother sent it to me and I listened to it. And she didn't even know that I needed it today. And
it be like that.
yeah, and she sent this message to me and I'm listening to it. And the man was saying that, God sees all the tears that you cry. And those tears that you're crying are watering a blessing and a seed that you have sown. Okay.
Hmm.
And so don't quit because you don't know what
What's
your
forced her into
breakthrough,
grow?
what's your moment is going to be like. Don't think, and he just say, just stay faithful, just continue to trust me even if it look a mess. So it's like,
And that's what
um,
I've had to do because,
girl,
girl,
okay,
'cause starting this business was a struggle. Like, like I keep it a buck with everybody. Like, I'm technically disabled. I know I don't physically look disabled, but I'm technically disabled. And
yeah,
I started this business because I have a genuine love and joy of travel. And once I started traveling and stuff, I just was like, this is something I want to help bring to other people. But it was like, how am I gonna fund this on disability? Like, how am I gonna
yeah,
do this? Where is
yeah.
the capital coming from? Like, w- w- we ain't liquid over here.
Okay, right.
But I just had to pray. Girl, I stayed on
Most
my knees. I
definitely.
just had to be praying, and it was like I found a way here that it's like, okay, God, how I'm gonna do this thing? Find a way here. I'm able to get my classes. I was able to get this done. I'm able to
Yeah,
get that done.
congratulations.
Thank you. And it's just about staying faithful and,
Yeah.
having faith in God and keeping the passion. And when he speak, listening.
Be
And
what they call it, be obedient. Michelle said, girl, right now I feel like I'm in all seasons. Listen, baby, been there. I listen, you gonna get out of it because
You will
I
find your
was
way
gonna
through
say
it.
that sometimes you could be down in the wilderness in the valley for so long. It'd be like, when is something going to shake? And I've noticed that um
And then a cool breeze come through and just
okay, a cool breeze come through. Like today, I woke up, I was having such a great, morning and stuff like that. But um however, I gave myself a headache, and I knew that the headache that I had given myself was a tension headache, a tension stress headache, because I didn't wake up like that. I was perfectly fine. But thinking of what's going on, like I felt my blood pressure rise. I'm in
hmm
here doing what I need to do to get my blood pressure to go down. And God was like, girl, get up out this bed, move around, get you something to eat, take some more medicine or something, and you're gonna feel so much better. And as soon as I got up, it was like I felt all this pressure
just
just just start to dissipate, and all of that. And um I know what I don't know what you guys do, but whenever I'm in a situation like that and I feel like that, I just was feeding myself scripture all day today. There is this beautiful song that one of my friends had sent me, and it's a YouTube link, and I've like sent it to people. It's a YouTube link. It's like 30 some 40 some odd minutes, and it like repeats, but it's a R&B, but it's of scriptures,
oh, that's nice.
and it sings the scriptures, and it gives you the scripture, and it's so beautiful. And so I was just up, and I found myself like humming one of the little verses, and I was like, oh, let me turn this on. And she was singing, and the guy is singing the scripture, and I know that that's what I need when I'm going through it. And he just was getting that up in me. So, yo, we got to keep it moving. We got to keep the faith,
Yes.
keep the
Mhm.
hope alive. I know y'all like, wait a
Yes,
minute, what
you
was the
do.
hope? But you got to keep the hope alive, and you definitely got to fight for you every day. Um,
Every day.
so it's really really cool. Okay,
But
whew, let's get
yes,
into
we had our
Southwest.
spiritual moment.
Yeah, so Southwest, you guys are now requiring you, if you are a big bag, to unbig your bag.
So
Go ahead and
everybody, do
explain
me a
this.
favor. Do me a favor and make sure y'all follow me on all platforms at _travel. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and I even have a YouTube for my long form.
Yeah, I'm going to put your information down here in the comments soon as we finish. As soon as I finish sharing the screen, so it won't cut
All
off.
right. Yeah. So Southwest and their disdain for big bags. And if you a fellow big bag like me, Candy got a big bag, I got a big bag. I like to eat my food. And I lost a few pounds, but I still
Yeah, I'm
need
going to
to
say,
lose a
hold on,
few more.
I done lost some weight. I'm unbigging
Look,
my bag.
but look, accept your big bag and call it what it is. You done lost a few pounds, but it's still a little chunky. So is
Yeah,
mine. And it is what it is.
yeah,
However, you can fit in the seat, right? Comfortably.
yes.
Okay, so you're good to go. So am I. However, as of January 27th, Southwest said if your behind is so big that you can't fit in the seat comfortably with the armrest down, they now requiring you to buy a second ticket at the time of purchase. So
Wow.
yeah, that's the time. That's the type time they on. Previously, they would give courtesy tickets. They would give a courtesy seat. So if you couldn't fit in your seat comfortably, so they basically would the seat next to you, I guess they would just not put somebody in it.
Wait, so all right, so now you got to get a ticket. So wait, are they going to start to weigh the gas, how they weigh the luggage? Listen,
Imagine,
are they going to start to
imagine,
make people step on a scale
honey.
to know?
No,
Because what is the weight required?
it's
What
not
what is
about
the
weight.
weight?
It's not about weight. It's about
It
size.
got to be.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's about so when you sit in the seats, right, and the armrest can come up and down. If
yes,
you
Michelle. Michelle said that's a good question. It is because because weight to me it all goes together. Because if I'm 450 pounds, I'm not sitting comfortably in the
Right, but
in
but
the
when
chair.
but this here's the thing. One person could be 400 pounds, and it's about your body shape and size. Everybody is shaped and whatnot different. My
This is
200
so
pounds might
true.
not look like your 200 pounds, or it might
Absolutely.
not be shaped like your 200 pounds. So if you could get in the seat and you could get, basically they saying, if you could get the armrest down and it ain't all spilling over into the next seat, that's basically what they saying. If you could get in the seat with the armrest down and your fat stomach ain't spilling over into the next person's seat, then you good to go. If you all squished in and and your blubber is hanging on the person next to you, you're gonna need to buy 2 seats. And you need to buy them
But
when you booking
but
your
but like
seat.
you said, if it does look different to everybody, your 200 and my 200. If
Right.
I feel like if I feel like my 200, okay, is
Yes. Yes.
I'm comfortable,
Right.
okay? I'm comfortable in my seat for me.
Well,
I
I
don't care
guess
if it's
I guess
spilling,
when
if
the
it's spilling or not. So
you
I
said
feel like
okay if
that
it's
this
spilling or not.
because I feel like that this is a little y'all let me know what y'all think. I feel
This
like
is
this is a
this
little
is a little
slippery
touchy.
slope. This is I said slippery slurp, Lord. This
Ooh,
is a
girl,
slip.
slippery slurps.
Don't worry about that, girl. I ain't slipping a damn thing over here, girl. Absolutely not unless it's some food, but that's another story for another
Yeah,
day.
but this is a slippery slope.
But you
It
get what I'm
is.
saying? It is because you may feel like um I need 2 seats. I may not feel like I
You
need
need
2 seats.
right.
You also know that sometimes we get some people who are just buttholes on the plane that don't want nobody to touch them. Then that
Yeah.
could be like saying, "Oh, well, they're touching me," because the seat,
Yeah.
you know how it already is. They're touching me, and then they complain to
The stewardess.
especially with the time we live in today.
Yeah.
They
Complain to the flight
complain
attendant.
to the stewardess or everybody else on the plane. They may say, "Ma'am, sir, you're gonna have to go get another seat." You get what I'm
Well, see,
saying?
that's the thing. You can't even do that no more. If you don't have your 2 tickets when you board, they not letting you on. You getting denied at the gate.
So that's another question. Are they looking at people and saying, "Oh, you need 2 tickets," like
So
because
basically, yeah, that's a good question. So basically, are they fat shaming? Are they profiling people?
no, that's
Basically,
discrimination.
it is.
When we think about it, that's discriminating.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why I said, even though, like you said, your big and my big are two different bigs. Everybody that's big don't feel like they big. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true. Some people in
You know,
denial.
the Nile is not just the river in Egypt, okay? It is not just the river in Egypt. Some people might not feel like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, even with like my mother. My mother is a bigger woman. Actually, she lost a lot of weight. However, she just went and she got on a plane and flew. She wasn't required to buy 2 tickets. So I definitely get what you're saying as far as it looks different, it's shaped different. But just so happens, what if you get someone
Yeah,
who is being a butthole? You know what
yeah,
I mean? And
absolutely.
even if you're on a plane, and like you said, they got to do it prior to. I mean, I don't know. I did see this one lady
And then
online.
here's the
She
catch
always,
also. So if you buy 2 tickets
mhm.
and you don't need it, or you want to apply for a refund after the fact, it's so many caveats to it. There has to be at least one empty seat on the plane
Okay.
to even be eligible for a refund. Both seats
What
had
do
to
you
be
mean?
purchased.
Explain it in details. You guys share the
Okay,
show.
so I'm sorry.
No, I was telling them to share the show. You're going into detail
Uh,
tonight about.
yeah. So you know how sometimes you fly and it's a completely booked flight. The whole flight is full.
Hmm.
It has to be at least one empty seat, and I'm sure they're not counting the empty seat that the extra seat you purchased. Other than that seat, there has to be one empty seat on the plane for you to even be eligible to request a refund. So that's step one.
Wow. Wow is right.
Step two is both seats have to be the same class because now Southwest has tiers because they have
Okay.
assigned seat in there.
Oh no, I did not know. I haven't been on
Oh yeah,
Southwest
that
in
was the other
forever.
change they made toward the end of the year last year. There's no more just open seating. There's now assigned seating and seat class.
Okay.
So If you need to, so say if you needed to buy 2 tickets, but you wanted a basic fare, but since you needed to buy two, there might have only been one basic fare left, and then you needed another one, so you might have had to buy a choice ticket. That was the only other ticket left.
What's the choice ticket?
That's a step up from the basic.
Okay.
So now you got one economy, one choice. Now, if you wanted to try and get a refund, you can't because they're not in the same class. Both tickets got to be the same class to be eligible for a refund.
Oh wow. Okay. So if you buy 2 tickets, well, I guess that would make sense because if you're going to purchase 2 tickets, you would purchase 2 tickets that are side by side.
Why? Well, yeah, I guess so.
Right? Because if you have
Yeah.
to purchase 2 tickets,
Yeah.
you gotta get A
They
and
got to
B.
be side by side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then you have to request, the refund request must be within 90 days.
Wow.
So
Wowzer.
yeah, Southwest been on their best bull. So first it was they went from 2 free bags to no free bags. Unless you have their credit card, then you get 1 free bag.
Okay, so if you have their credit card, you get 1 free bag.
If you have their credit card, you get 1 free bag. And anybody else that's on any other authorized card user on your account that's in your party with you at the time, they get 1 free bag.
Okay.
If you have the business card, you get 2 free bags.
Okay.
So they made that change first. Then they went to the assigned seating and the different, the different classes. So they went to the assigned seating. Now they doing this mess with the plus size travelers, requiring them to buy 2 tickets. Southwest has just been on their mess. And I read there's more changes to come for something else. I can't even imagine what else they could possibly be doing.
So is this only for Southwest, or do you think that they're going to have other airlines that begin to do the same
Oh,
thing?
absolutely. I do think that other airlines are going to do it because it's just like with any other industry. When one provider will do something, the others will sit back and watch and see how the populace handles it. And
Okay.
if the population at large accepts it, then the others will follow. Think about cell phones back in the day. Back in the day, you used to be in a cell phone contract, and every 2 years you was eligible to get a free phone upgrade. Then I think it was Verizon said no more contracts, and now you got to pay for your phone. And then gradually all other companies started doing it.
Well, I think with the airline thing though, that they would be I don't know how well that would even end up doing because I feel like that because Southwest is no longer doing the free bags, that another airline should say, hey, to get people to come to us, let's do the free bags. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Jeez.
I don't. Because all the other airlines already don't do free bags.
This is true.
So why would they now do that? Southwest was the last one that was offering free bags. So why would these other companies that's already getting the business now in turn offer free bags when what's going to happen is everybody that was loyal to Southwest is now going to be pissed. And now they're just going to be like, I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that maybe the numbers will drop so much and they'll be like, hey, let's bring back the free bags or
no. That's not what's
really.
going to happen. That's
what
not
Michael Jackson say, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
At this point, we better start taking the train or the boat.
Honey, sometimes the train is more expensive than flying.
Yeah, I know, but if you get the train tickets ahead of time, that's what I learned.
True. That is very true.
Learned that the further away the trip, the cheaper it is. The closer
that's my plan for my next trip. The next time I go next time I go to Florida or something like that, I'm going to Matter of fact, I might just do that because I just went to New York last week. Because this
Mhm.
is what I do to make sure that I am up to par, and I know everything that's going on in the travel space for my travel family. I was
Yeah.
just at the Travel Adventure Show convention at the Javits Center in New York this past weekend, trudging, well, no, 2 weekends ago, trudging through the snow and ice in New York. Um, and while I was there, I won a 2-day stay at this hotel resort in Key West.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So I might catch the train down there. Because I always said I wanted to catch the train and just see the views and stuff like that. So I think I might do that.
Oh, that is nice. I'm actually downloading it because I told you I was going to share it. You guys, make sure you follow her. She does travel. She does Travel Talk Tuesday every Tuesday. I am putting her information down here in the comments so you guys could go ahead and um follow her. The link is right there in the comments on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything for your Travel Talk Tuesday. She does it every week. So you also there is I saw you're promoting like a cruise or something now on a trip.
I'm always promoting something of
So give
some
us
sort.
your specialty right now. What's the latest? I think I'm looking.
I was gonna say,
Cruise
let me see, because I
the
got a couple.
I think it was is it it's
Is
a,
Margaritaville?
yes,
Mar-
cruises, you guys.
yes, Margaritaville. They starting from 239. It's a limited time offer. It's 60% off.
Oh,
So Margaritaville is really nice. I went on Margaritaville in October. They are really reasonable, and it's like I tell anybody, if you've cruised before, if you're thinking about Carnival, it's not a Carnival cruise. It's not the turn up cruise. It's real chill, relaxing, but you're gonna enjoy yourself. You're gonna have a good time. The prices are reasonable, and the drinks are drinking. The drinks are drinking.
you said, and the drinks are drinking. The drinks.
Girl, the drinks is see my
So
little
they have
my
the
little
cruise line.
Margaritaville cup, my little Margaritaville blender right there.
Yes, shout outs to you. I love that. So you said that they are here it is, you guys. This Margaritaville cruise
Yes,
of
ma'am.
Tuesday. You guys, this is her page, so you guys can see it in
And
real
Margaritaville
time.
just recently launched their newest ship. Was it? Yeah, right at the end of the year. So their newest ship just launched. So they have 3 ships in their fleet now. Um, and I was on their second newest ship. I was on the Islander. So they just launched their newest ship. So that would be
And this is not Carnival, you said?
no, that's Margaritaville. Like when you think
Oh.
about Jimmy Buffett or you think about like the Margaritaville restaurants and stuff, it's that brand.
So where do you have to fly to for this one? Give us all the details
Um,
so we'll know if
so
we got to hit the
Margaritaville
airline thing.
flies out of Tampa. They sail out of
Okay.
Tampa, but their newest ship, I believe I heard they are going to be flying. They're going to be sailing out of Miami.
Okay.
So, because Miami is the main cruise port. Well, I mean, there's cruise ports all over the country, but in Florida, Miami is the main cruise port. So their other 2 ships sail out of Tampa, but their newest ship will be sailing out of Miami.
And where is this cruise going?
They have multiple sailing destinations. It's up to
Because
you. This is
Cause
just
I might got see what we can do. We can put together a candy coated. We gonna put together a candy coated travel.
oh girl, I would love to curate that for you and your friends.
Girl, cause listen, y'all. Hi, Raymond. How are you?
Yo, Raymond.
Cause listen, this don't sound too bad. So you starting at 239. Is that for like a single occupancy, double occupancy?
Everything is double occupancy. Whenever pretty much just keep in mind the standard when it comes to travel. Period. Whether it's a cruise or all inclusive vacation, it's always double occupancy. Prices are double occupancy unless otherwise stated. So that's just a piece of information just to keep in mind. Um, So
Okay,
yeah,
hold on, y'all. Let's okay. So let's go over this one because this one I might gotta figure out what I want to do with this. So, so you guys make sure you go ahead and you guys um, follow her on Instagram as well. What did I just do, girl? You always clicking something. Jesus. Talking to myself. Chill out. All right. So you get 60% off. Your third and
exactly.
fourth, your third or fourth guest sales for free.
That what it say on there, girl. I can't see it.
Yeah, I'm reading it to y'all. So look. If you want to go on vacation, you make sure you that third or that fourth person. That
Yeah,
way you
so
get the
yeah, it's
exception,
60%
okay?
off.
So
60% off, third and
yeah.
fourth guest sales free. So that means the first and second passenger is at full price. The third and fourth guest sale free. And you get up to $800 on board credit.
So the $800 on board credit, does that go towards like your drinks or if
The
you get
eight
the
hundred
drink?
dollars on board credit, you can use it for whatever the hell you want to use it for on the ship. If you want to use it to buy a
Mm.
drink package, if you want to use it to buy specialty dining, if you want to use it to purchase an excursion, if you want to use it to,
Oh
if you
wow.
want to use it to shop in the gift shop, you can use that on OBC for whatever you want to use it for on the ship. But you got to use it all before you get off because it does not convert to cash any type of way.
Oh yeah, look. I just text, one of my cousins, she loves cruising. I just text her like, girl, did you try this? Look, let me tell her. Let me tell her. So,
Yeah, I love me a good cruise. When I was on the Islander, I had me a nice balcony cabin,
okay, so tell
and
me so it says from 239. So what would it be for a balcony and all of this?
it varies. And of course, I
Of
don't
course.
travel at this. Look. I don't travel at the same rate as y'all.
I'm talking about for this one right here, girl. You got to sell us this, okay?
but for 239, that would probably be an interior cabin,
Yeah.
so that that's no windows and stuff like that. But typically for a balcony cabin for two people, it depends on the duration of the
So are
cruise.
you able to would you be able to see now while we're on here just so people could know like, hey, the two
Let me see if I can take a
yeah,
look.
girl, look, y'all, we could look, tell her, girl, she gotta put a little bit of little
Let
work
me
in.
let
We
me
gotta put a
take a
little
look.
work
Let me
in,
take a
okay?
look.
I've never heard of this. You said that this is a new cruise, Margarita, and
No,
there's
they're not. They're not new. They're one of the newer cruise lines in the industry.
okay.
Um, but they're not new, but they're newer.
And where are they traveling to?
They travel. They
Where did
travel all over through the Caribbeans and
okay.
um, yeah, like the Caribbeans in the Eastern and Western Caribbean. And where else do they go? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank.
It's okay. I didn't
They
hit you
go.
with
They
it.
do Jamaica. So they do
Okay.
all of that. All of that.
Okay.
Man,
Okay, well,
oh,
look,
so
y'all. I don't think that that's bad. Listen, would you say you would she show you how you could go on a cruise on a budget?
yes, absolutely. So let's see here. I'm on their site.
And the one thing I do like about cruises, even though I get tired of being on the water at the while, but what I do like
Honey,
about
I'm
the cruise
never,
is you don't gotta pay for your food. You don't gotta pay for your drink.
girl, I never tied on a cruise. I did an 11-day Norwegian cruise,
Oh my
and
goodness. I'd have died.
oh my goodness. And
I'd have
at the
died.
end, I was like, we done already? It only felt like 7 days.
Oh yeah, no.
She said, oh, yeah.
My mother just asked me and my friend Boom Boom. She's like, "Do you guys want to go to Australia with me?" I'm like, "Girl." I'm like, "How long?" She's like, "This is 14 days." I was like,
Oh,
"Girl,
I would be like, come on, ma. I'm right there with
yeah,
you. Let's go.
probably not." Okay. 14 days, that's a lot.
All right, so
Ah!
give me a destination because price
I
and
mean, I
things.
just want a destination. Would you pick one, whatever it would be you
Okay,
think
so I'm gonna
that
pick something like where I would like to go. So like I love Mexico. So let me see if I can find the newest shit. The Sea Paradise. That's their newest shit.
yeah, I ain't going to Mexico.
Why?
I've been to Mexico a
But you
bunch.
told me just pick that. Was look, I asked you.
I know, right? Look, you ain't give me the options. I've been to Mexico, Ochos Rios, Bahamas. Like,
Okay, so let's do Jamaica.
okay,
Okay.
I've been there too.
Listen, woman.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm
Look,
internationally known across the microphone.
all
Okay,
right now. Look, you just asked me to give you a price.
I know, y'all. Just come
Believe
on.
Belize in Mexico. Does that work for you?
Yes, we can do Mexico for 500, Alex.
I said Belize in Mexico.
Belize in
Yes,
Mexico.
yes.
Oh,
Belize in Mexico.
I want to go to Belize.
See? Shh. Okay, so to do Belize for
Yes, let's do.
7 nights on a
Oh,
balcony.
oh, that's too long.
Listen, I'm just doing a booking. I'm
I
just
know
doing a
she's just doing a booking for you guys. Listen up, you guys. Ignore me, y'all, because I get homesick like a baby.
You said I get homesick.
I'm that person that say I need a vac. I'm that person, Michelle. Listen, I'm that person that say I need a vacation. Get on the vacation, like I'm ready to go home.
Lord.
It does sound nice. That's why I'm like, okay, Belize. I want to go to Belize. Let's see what Belize look like. I've also stayed in the
I
Ocean
love
View.
Belize. I love Belize.
Really, I've stayed in the Ocean View room. I've seen an interior room, and I've also had a balcony.
I've
Um,
done
and the
balcony. I've
interior
done a
room, it wasn't that interior room isn't even that bad. I didn't
it's
stay there. My
not.
daughter stayed there. It's
I've
not
been
that
in the
bad.
interior room. I always do balcony. I've had an ocean view, and on the last one on the Margaritaville, I had a suite also. So,
I never had a suite.
oh, this haunted suite was nice.
Ooh.
It was, girl. They had a bathtub. I was like, I ain't know they had bathtubs on the daggone cruise ship.
You know what? My friend actually was telling me because he went on I think it was 9 days or something like that, or 10, 15, one of them to on the an Alaskan cruise. And
Hmm.
he had like a suite that was huge, but his suite came with a butler.
Oh, he had butler service. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, he didn't even know it. It came with a butler. They had a different food menu.
Hmm.
They had different everything. And I was like, whoa, tell me about it. And he said the same thing. He said he had like a jacuzzi tub.
Yeah, yeah, that's what was in my suite. That was
I
what
was
was in my
like,
suite.
he said, I was like, oh, true. I said, well, I guess so. You paid $10,000 per person.
Oh, hells no.
Girl, yes, he was fancy, y'all. Y'all know I always keep me some
See, and you
old
talk about
friends.
I'm bougie.
Girl,
Mm-mm.
listen, my friend, I told y'all about him. That's my earth angel, y'all, Mr. Walter, child. Mr. Walter, we are both Aquariuses. And Mr. Walter, girl, he is about to be 75. And all he does is travel. And I'm like, come back and tell me about it. But he did. He said they had a butler and everything.
All right, let me ask you a question. You want me to add the drinks and Wi-Fi, or you want me to just do
I
just
want you to do whatever is on this flyer. The
okay? So
$800
all
credits.
right, I'm just gonna keep it with what's on the flyer. So with what's on the flyer, and I'm always gonna advise people to add their taxes and fees at the time of purchase, so that way you always already have everything paid for, and you ain't got to worry about it afterwards.
Okay.
And of course, you got to get your insurance because
And
we
that's
don't
one thing
want,
I never do. I never book insurance.
girl, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Rain, sleet, hail, or snow, I go.
Yeah, until the flight is delayed and you miss the boat.
Guess what?
Or
I don't put that in there.
but travel insurance covers so much more than just not going.
Okay, well
If
then that's where you come in at. Tell us what travel
exactly.
insurance
So
covers.
travel insurance covers all of those things like if you get sick and you can't go. And or whatever. But it also covers stuff like flight delays. If your flight get delayed and you can't make the boat, it'll cover. So now your trip is trip delayed. It'll cover trying to get you to the next place. Or if your bags get lost, it covers. It has things in it to cover to be able to get you more clothes. Or
Okay, okay.
um, if there is civil unrest on the island that you're in, emergency evacuation, medical evacuation. Like insurance covers all of these types of things. Natural
Okay.
disasters. Like when the people got stuck in Jamaica and now they gotta stay. Your insurance would their insurance would have paid for those extended hotel stays.
Okay.
Insurance covers so much more than just the cost of your trip, even though I want that too, because I done paid these thousands of dollars and God forbid I can't go. I want my run me my points back.
Yo, well, listen, she shut me up, didn't she? Well, I'll consider.
You'll consider.
However, that's why we go down 2 and 3 days before the ship.
But what about all the other stuff that I just told you that ain't got nothing to do with getting to the ship?
You right. I just pray about it and leave it. If the Lord
She
wanted to
did
be,
leave
it's
it in
going to
Lord's
be.
hands.
Okay, listen.
So to sail, to
It
take that
is, Michelle.
cruise,
That is definitely good to know, though. It is. It really is.
so to take that 7-day cruise going to Belize and Mexico for 2 people, including your taxes and port fees and your travel insurance, will be $1,750.
$1,750.
Yep.
Okay, that's not bad. Now take off all the insurance and all that. Let's come, because this is what we listen. Y'all see how I do. Take off all that insurance and stop.
Well,
Give me look.
the
Get me
insurance
close.
is only $118.
Get me close to the 240. Look,
Yep.
Michelle said that's not bad. No, it's not bad for 7 days anyway. Yeah.
The 240 is just the cruise fare. Yes. But
Mm.
that is for an interior cabin.
Okay.
You said let me tell me what it is for a balcony. That's what it
Yeah.
would be for a
And you
balcony.
know what? And the crazy thing is, when I had a balcony, girl, I ain't even hardly go on the balcony.
Girl, please, let me tell you something. I live on the balcony. When I wake up,
No.
because I'm an early bird. I wake up in the morning.
Oh.
I wake up I'm up 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning on a cruise.
Mm.
I go get my coffee. I order the little danishes and coffee. I'm sitting on my balcony watching the sunrise. I'm praying or whatever, just enjoying the breeze. Girl, please, I'll be out there naked, just enjoying.
Ah. Well, but you know what though? That is good though for the 17 for the balcony. That is good
Yeah.
for the balcony. But do another one.
She said, do another one.
Take off all that insurance. Do me a regular ocean view.
That is a regular ocean. Oh, you said an
No, you
ocean
said that
view.
was balcony.
Yeah, that was about. You said do an ocean view.
Just so we can all get a feel of the pricing and the
Right.
difference and stuff like that of what it would be. And if girl, listen, let me know. She said, I'm about to tell my daughter so we can do it.
I
Let me
know that's right.
know.
Let's go.
Let me know so I can do it. Cause that's what I said. It seems like it's pretty good. She said it's a limit. This one is like a limited time offer. And plus that's not bad either, Michelle, because it's the 17, but remember that was all the insurance, that was the balcony. But you also get the $800 on board credit.
Yes, that $800
So
on
that's
board
like
credit.
that's almost like you have $800 spending money put up already.
Exactly. Exactly. And I love that. Now, understand that $800 not per person, it's per cabin. So that's basically like $400 for you, $400 for whoever you go with.
Yeah.
Or however y'all decide to split it. But it's
Yeah.
per cabin, not per person. Just want to make that clear.
Yeah. But if it's one person, if
Girl,
it's
I want
one
you to see this. I want you to see this. You might as well take the balcony. I don't know if you can see this.
what?
It's the same damn price.
That's what I'm saying. That's how they get you. That's what I'm saying.
606. Can you see that? 606.
606?
$606 for ocean view and for a balcony. Can you see that?
Yeah. Okay.
Might as well take the balcony.
You might as well get the boat. Now let's do the interior. But you know what I think too that plays a part in some of those as well? How long you going?
Yes.
Because that's for 7 days. Like I said, I couldn't
And
do
guess
7 days
what? And
either.
the interior is only $556. So why would you take an interior over a balcony for $50?
You're right. I'm with you when you're right. But yeah, that's not that. But that's still not bad. But that's for a week. I'm more of a I'm more of a like a 3-4 day kind of
Oh
girl.
God. I
For
would never go,
7 days.
I wouldn't even travel with you. You
Guess
know,
what? I ain't
I,
mad.
I
I ain't
wouldn't travel
mad.
with you
I
because
ain't mad.
I don't go nowhere if it ain't at least 5 days.
Oh
Under
yeah,
5 days is a waste of my time. What?
yeah, no.
That's a waste
Uh-uh.
of. That's the waste of me even getting packing a bag.
It
Like why?
depends. It depends on where you go, but I definitely know if land I can do, water I cannot. I cannot be on a ship for that long.
So I am my girlfriend. I got 2 trips that I was promoting. I'm promoting a trip to Puerto Plata in May, the 19th through the 24th. So if anybody interested in going to Puerto
Okay,
Plata,
tell us about
hit
that.
me up. But my girlfriend and I are also going the to Punta Cana. So if anybody interested wanna come along with the travel plug, hit me up. Y'all gonna join us on that trip as well, May
Okay.
19th through the 24th. Um, and me and her was tussling because we going for 5 days, and she was like, "That's it, that's it." And I was like, "Oh God."
Tell us about the tell us about those 2 trips before we get out of here, you guys. So, that sound like a good little Mother's Day trip for yourself.
Yeah, so this is my Latin heat combo. I call it the Latin heat combo. They both in the Dominican Republic. It's May 19th through the 24th. One is in Puerto Plata. One is in the Dominican Republic. And let me see. Let me pull up my information for these trips because I don't want to be quoting wrong prices.
Okay. This one, you guys, is for May 19th through the 24th.
Where's the flyers at? Doo, doo,
I just got
doo.
the urge. I want some chocolate chip cookies.
Girl, don't talk to me about no
I
cookies.
do. I'm sorry.
So Puerto Plata is May 19th through the 24th. And we
Oh,
have
you said Puerto Plata?
I'm sorry?
Puerto Plata?
Yes, Puerto
Okay.
Plata. And we have availability starting from 574 per person. It's 5 nights at an all-inclusive 4-star resort. You get round trip airport transportation,
Hmm.
and vacation protection. And that's starting from 578 per person.
Oh. And you just got to get your own airfare.
Gotta get your own airfare. And it's a deposit of 250 for double occupancy. For solo travelers is starting at 832 and a deposit of 140. Now I know what you about to say. Why is
No,
it
that's not
more?
bad.
I,
That is
I'm
not
gonna
bad at all. What is this, a balcony, no balcony? Which one is this?
um
Yeah.
I can't say yes or no for now because pricing and availability, it
It
fluctuates.
very, yeah.
Yeah, it varies. So I wouldn't be able to say until the time of booking. But they last I checked, they had availability for a range of room suites.
Now
Not
I know
suites,
you was
but
now I
different.
know you was saying you're big on like safety first. With this trip right here, let's say people say, "Hey, I want to go." Would we all be able to book and fly out the same time so we could get there and get transported from the airport to the little resort?
Um
Or is this a cruise? This a cruise?
no, this
No.
is no. This is an all inclusive resort.
Okay.
So because I'm not curating flights, everybody will be flying doing their own thing for flights.
Yeah, yeah,
Um
yeah.
so that will be kind of hard to, that would be different.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
if I was doing the flights, if it was like something I did, because I do have a ladies only travel group called Fly Girl Travel. So if anybody's interested in that, you can also find that on Facebook. If you go to my business page, you'll also be able to find that. But so like if I put together something for a group, then yeah, I would make sure that we all fly out together, or
Got
whether I'm
you.
with y'all or not, make sure that
Okay.
the group would be able to travel together and stuff like that.
But that's not bad. You said May 19th. I'm going to write this down.
Yeah.
Let me write this down to Puerto Plata.
Yep, Puerto Plata,
And if I
double
and
oc
if you decide to go solo, it's 800.
yeah, it's 832 if you decide to go solo. And the deposit is 140. It's starting at that's the
Lord,
start point.
look, the deposit is cheaper for the damn solo person than it is the double people.
Yeah, but the price is
But the price
higher
is
for
more.
solo. Yeah.
So you said Puerto Plata.
May 19th through the 24th.
of this year, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And I like Puerto Plata too.
Yeah, I like Puerto Plata too. I've been to
Is
Puerto
the
Plata on multiple occasions on cruise, and I was there in August. I drove to Puerto Plata. Did I go to Puerto Plata? No, I didn't. I'm lying.
what's the resort or
I don't tell the resort until somebody called me to book.
oh, so
'Cause
yeah, I got to look at the resort. I got to do
Yeah,
all
I
of
don't
that.
I don't tell because people I've
I
come
get
to
it. People,
real
you get people information and then they'll go and try to do it on their own. I understand.
exactly. I
I
ain't do all this.
respect it.
I don't do all this work for people to go behind my back and book by the
No, I definitely get it. And what's the other
Now, don't get me wrong. If somebody calls and inquire, or DM me or whatever, I'm gonna give you the information, but I don't just put the information out there for
no, definitely.
the public.
So let's and as Puerto Plata, what was the other what was the other
Punta
place?
Cana. The other one is Punta Cana. Same dates, but the other one is Punta Cana.
Are you going on both or no?
No, I'm going to Punta Cana.
Yeah, I must say I want to go to Punta Cana.
Well, come on, baby, let's go.
Well, look, will we be staying at the adult only resort?
Uh, is the one I'm going to adults only? I cannot remember.
I
I
don't
ain't looked
know.
at my paperwork in so long, I done forgot because I booked this
No, it's
trip
okay. Look, I just
months
run
ago.
down. Okay, so Punta Cana. And what's the price for Punta Cana? Let me look. She said, me too. Yeah, let me get what's the price for Punta Cana?
I would have to pull up some information because since right now, only person was going to Punta Cana was me and my friend. That was just, I just had my price. But I'm
Okay,
inviting all those who want to come, and I'm more than happy to.
what's the price? Oh, you can't tell us what the price is?
I can't.
Because
I can't
why?
because I'm going on agent price.
Oh, okay. So what's the regular price? I wanted some chocolate chip cookies.
Can you stop talking about chocolate chip cookies? You're gonna have me wanting some cookies.
It's okay. Huh?
You gonna have me wanting cookies.
It's okay. Oh, wait. So you were saying for the Punta Cana when you were going on your own for your travel, so you haven't put anything together.
Right. But I'm also
Okay.
inviting anybody who's interested in coming along. They are more than welcome to join me. The more the merrier.
Okay, so that's what okay, so yeah, I just need to know the price.
1 second.
Because I've been to Punta Plata, but that's still not bad.
Let me get these dates in there.
And if not, I guess I'll have to hit you up in your DM.
That's right. Hit me in the DMs.
Well, I'm just saying it because look, it looks like you got Michelle down here in the comments. We all in the comments.
Look,
We locked and loaded. Like, okay,
Michelle ready to go. Michelle said she
yeah,
ready to
that's
go
why I'm
somewhere.
trying. Look, Michelle, I'm trying to get us some funding so we can get the money on. Okay, would you rather
Okay, so
cry?
like,
What
what would you be?
we
What
rather
would
keep
you be
crying and
interested in,
stressing in Maryland or crying and stressing in Punta Cana? I just
honey? Let me cry and stress in the sunshine. Would you be
yeah,
interested in a premium room, a tropical room? Like, what type of
me too.
pool view? What type of room would you be interested in?
Do they have any in the rooms that have the bar in it?
What
You know the
the
little
bar
pool.
in it?
Like the little pool that's like
You mean like a swim up pool, a swim up room?
yes,
The rooms where you got the pool that you could swim up to your room?
yes.
I don't think so. Let me look.
See, look, listen, look, look. I'm trying to stay within the budget, but
No, no,
I
honey,
got
no.
this
That ain't in the budget. That's
champagne tape.
bougie. That's bougie behavior right there.
Oh, I know, but listen, you know what they say? People got the money on for what they want on.
I act dead. Honey, you ain't lying. It don't
Because
look
I'm
like
all about y'all this year.
no, we don't have no swim ups. We got ocean views, ocean fronts, but no swim up.
Yeah, I don't really be caring about the oceans. I can just do whatever kind of room.
Okay, so like a tropical view.
Yeah, but you guys, while she looks this up, I'm just super excited because I've just been in the place of last year and this year where I'm just all about the experience.
That part.
We live once, figure it out, you know? Look, Jody, the car broke and the engine need fixing, okay?
Oh Lord, not not baby
Look,
boy.
I feel like long as my shelter bill is due, is paid, the gloves are off. Okay.
So we are looking at about right
For
now
tropical room.
$1,011.
That's not bad.
It's not.
And what's the deposit? Yes, Michelle. She said that's what I need, the experience.
Deposit would be 250 per person.
That's not bad. Yeah, look, that's our sentence of the day. That's not bad.
Exactly. And understand that prices and availability are subject to change. And in the travel industry, prices literally can change within the minute. I have been
Yeah.
researching somebody's trip and my thing will log me out, and the time it take me to log back in, the crap would have went up $300.
Yeah, for like supply and demand and all of that.
Yeah.
So if someone gives it, so if you give the $250 deposit, do you make payments on it monthly or how does it work? Would they contact you? Like tell us what
So
tell us what the process would be with
So
us.
if it
Trip.
it varies by supplier, it depends on the supplier, whatever. But typically, is you either you make once you make your deposit, that locks in your rate. So once you make your deposit, you ain't got to worry about the price changing. So
Oh,
that's gonna lock in your rate. So that's why I always tell people, excuse me, my lips is feel dry as hell.
come on,
I'm sorry,
Beyonce.
my lips
No,
is
you
dry.
good. No, you good. You good.
You can't have me on camera with no crusty lips, girl. That's what we not about to do. You ain't gonna have your viewers talking about, yeah, Candy had that lady on there with them crusty behind lips.
Girl, listen. They ain't gonna say it to me.
But so yeah, once you make your deposit, that's gonna lock in your rate. You ain't gotta worry about the rate going up no more.
So
So then
paying deposits are really good and important because it locks in your rate.
yes, once that's what's the important part. That's why I always be stressing to people when they be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm interested. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get back." Baby, don't get back to me. Let's do it now. If you serious, make a move. Like, let's make a move because you gonna call me back tomorrow, and it's gonna either be gone or the price is gonna be going up. So make your deposit.
Hmm.
Then after you make the deposit, the supplier will let me know. Excuse me, if they offer payment plans or if they're able to allow me to make payment plans for you. So at which point I would have to submit you a credit card release form. You will fill that out. We would if the supplier doesn't give you a payment link to let you set up payments, and I had to do it for you. We would fill out the credit card form, and we would discuss how you want me to make the payments. You would be
Nice.
like, okay, I want to say you want to do $500 every month until the trip is paid off. So that's how I would do it. On the fifth of each month, I would pay $500 from that card, and that was it. Or whatever the increment amount would be until the trip would be paid off. Or maybe you want to just pay in full and get it over with. Or
Yeah.
there are other ways. Some suppliers offer flex pay or up pay or whatever the heck is, on their
Yeah.
sites.
Yeah.
So you could do it like that. I am a authorized flex pay
Okay.
provider. So some providers that don't have like breakdowns, I can send you an application that's directly linked to me, so that way I still earn commission for it. But you can do your application for FlexPay. and that way you will.
Okay. So somebody can so basically they can say, "Hey, I want to go on this trip and I want to use like a firm or something like that or flex pay for it."
Right. It's FlexPay, not a firm. I'm with FlexPay, but yeah, it's
Oh,
similar
flex
to a firm.
pay.
Yeah,
Okay, so flex
and
pay.
you can finance your trip.
Okay. Uh-huh. Flex pay will what? Require you to put up a certain amount first and
Well, with FlexPay, what FlexPay does, it does do a check, but they'll pay your trip off,
okay.
and then you make payments.
Okay. So look, y'all can go ahead out there and go on flex pay.
Yeah, your trip will be paid for, and then you make the payments for your trip, and you ain't got to worry about it. Trip is paid for.
Nice. Nice. I might have to look into this to Punta Cana. Punta Cana and Puerto Plata wasn't bad either because you said that was like 500 and something dollars.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't bad. I wonder why. What's the difference? That's interesting.
What the difference in
The pricing
it's the
for the
different locations, it's different parts of the island because they both in
yeah,
Dominican Republic.
because I know they aren't. I remember when we went to Puerto Plata and I was at Puerto Plata. I think the guy was like, it was maybe like 45 minutes to an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
Is and I'm like, dag, we were talking about it then. I'm like, ugh. Really quick, is the monkey safari available? The monkey safari?
What?
The monkey safari. So that was the only one I didn't get to go to over there was the excursion for the
Girl,
monkey
you threw me
safari.
off so bad. It's like, wait a minute. What?
So they have a monkey safari where you go and it's like all these little monkeys and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to do that one. We dove into all 7 waterfalls. That was fun. I twisted my ankle
Oh Lord.
and I had to come down on the donkey down through the woods.
Oh
It was,
no.
but I will never do that again only because it was like a 15-mile walk in hills. Like I hated it. And once you was there, it was no going back.
Right.
You could not, it was like you literally had to keep
At the
on
finish
going.
it. Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, following behind my homegirl. I said, girl, I will never do another adventurous excursion with you ever
Oh,
again.
I always do those. I always do those.
Y'all can keep it.
I went
Put me with the
cave
animals.
I went cave tubing on my last trip. Um What else did I do? I went to the what you call park, and I saw I had the monkeys, the macaques, and I held. Oh, I can't say that on camera. I guess I get myself and somebody else in trouble. But I held a particular animal that I wasn't supposed to be able to hold, and and I do all that stuff. I was zip lining, and I've gone diving at the in the cenotes, and I do all kind of stuff.
That's good. Well, I'm glad that you were able to join us today to give us our own personal travel talk Tuesday.
Look, these are some of my little from all my little places. Like each one of these represent a place I've been. And that's just half of them.
Oh, that's cool. I have those all over here too, like different souvenirs and stuff that I keep when I go on places as a reminder of like, girl.
Exactly. You did that.
Yeah. So is there anything else that you would like to say before we get out of here tonight, you guys?
No, I think that was about it. And I just thank you so much for having me, girl.
Yes, well, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for giving me all your Travel Talk Tuesday tips. You guys, this was really fun. I hope she answered all your questions. I have her information down in the comments. Make sure you go over and you follow her and then you
And if
inquire about what
anybody
she
have
said.
any questions, make sure y'all just give me a shout. Hit me in my DMs, anything like that. And if anybody's interested, you know what to do.
And she also puts together trips and stuff for you too. If you say, hey, I want to go somewhere for a weekend or
You're
find me a place
welcome.
to we could do this or forget let me do a weekend getaway. Do you do
Oh,
those?
and quick tidbit. I do more than just travel. I do everything travel and entertainment.
Oh, see,
I
look, we
forgot
ain't get
that
into
part.
that.
Yeah. So I do events, concert, theater, sporting events, amusement park. I do city events. So like you were saying, if you might happen to be out of town, let's say you went to Philly or something like that. No, for instance, I was in New York. I was just in New York last weekend and I was like, I need something to do. and I booked myself a Harry Potter experience. So I booked the experience at the
Okay.
Harry Potter shop, and I went and I got to get I got my nice to meet you, Benita. I got myself
Benita's
a
my moderator. Shout outs to Benita.
is she? And
Yeah.
I got the butterbeer and the butterbeer ice cream, and I got to tour around the
Okay.
Harry Potter shop, and then I got a commemorative wand and a pen and a chocolate frog,
Nice.
and I booked that for myself. So like I booked events and activities and stuff like
So you
that.
do everything. Hey, if you looking for something that you want to do this weekend or do when you're away, I can
Yep,
find it, get it, pay for it, and keep it moving. And you book it.
absolutely. That's
That
why
is
they call me
nice.
the travel plug girl. I'm the plug.
I'm gonna have to check you out. I'm gonna have to check you out. Yes. All right. Thank you. Yo, look at that. We ain't even know all of that. See, this is why it's important to stay tuned. Okay.
That's
Stay
right.
locked in. You guys, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Thank you, Shantae, for taking the time out of your day to come
Absolutely.
and
Thank
explain
you.
to us what's going on, giving us the travel tips and even sharing your story. And we're gonna start doing this travel. I might gotta put a little trip together. Maybe it might be a little budget friendly trip for us. Maybe it got to
Absolutely.
be in the States somewhere, Arizona or something. We gonna
Listen,
figure
travel is more than leaving the country. There's plenty to travel right in your backyard.
okay, and I like that. I like that. Okay, you can go in the backyard. You ain't got to always fly nowhere. You can go somewhere
Exactly.
right where you
Exactly.
are. So thank you for joining me tonight. It was such
Thank
a
you for having me.
pleasure.
All right.
Good
Bye.
night. See you
Good
guys.
night.
See you later. Thank you, and thank you guys for being here. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Okay. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'll be here. Wonder what we're gonna get into tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a guest, maybe I won't. Who knows? You never know. But I have really been loving having the guest on. How about you? How about you guys? Benita, I love this because this was something that me and Benita had spoke about before. When we were talking about the new season of Candy Coated Secrets, this 8th year coming and still continuing to go on. Can y'all believe come this year in July, I'll be closing out 8 years and going into 9? My God, that is so crazy. I have never stuck with anything this long in my life, ever. So this is how I know that it's destined to be. The Lord placed this up here in me, and I've just been doing it. Um, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be here tomorrow at 8 o'clock sharp. I kept you guys today for over. I may not keep you that long tomorrow, but thank you guys for joining in, and I will see you later.